Ladies, gentlemen, obnoxiously irradiated crustaceans, welcome to episode 2 of Bobbing for Bobbles with Jinjstradamus. On this episode, we'll be covering the right side of the forest. So first, let's lay out our route. Starting in the Northeastern Forest at Morgantown Airport, we'll be traveling as far west as the Lighthouse, as far south as Sutton, and as far east as Bolton Greens, which also happens to be our ending position. This route should take a minimal taxi fare between locations in the form of cabs, and hit 15 potential bobblehead spawns. A quick note before we begin, this route deals with mostly exterior spawning bobbleheads, so slap on that SPF 600 and forget about those load screens. The first one up is Morgantown Airport. Starting behind that barricade, you're going to head to the arrivals door in front. While we head there, let's all summon the goodwill we have to forgive me for the load screen we're about to experience. Once inside, you're going to take a left at the Mothman poster through this archway and into the left corner where it is well lit. Past the use your head poster and down the stairs. From there, you'll head straight forward, look at the desk in front of... Oh my goodness. The desk in front of you. And there's your bobble. For the next one, we're just going to go out back of Morgantown Airport. Once there, you're going to head in an east direction until you come across a gate that says quarantine above it. Ignore our flying friend Skippy there. And here we are at the gate. There's a bunch of hazardous material signs. Once you pass through here, the building to your right is the one you'll want to enter. It says radioactive material on a sign near the door and is across from the airplane. Inside, you'll take a right, and just to the right of a first aid kit is a bobblehead. Next up, we'll head directly south to the Portside Pub. If you're staying on the northern side and looking at the building, you should see picnic tables to your right. There's a staircase just off to the side there. You can either jump this gap or go up through the building and out that broken out door there. Get up to the top here by that ladder, and over here on this air conditioning unit basically is the bobblehead. Slightly northwest of there is the Morgantown train yard. That's our next stop. What we're going to try to do here is get up into the tower on the left side. So we're going to try to clear some of these bad boys, and then we're going to pull out our sword to make sure we don't cause too many explosions. Head on in past the shipping containers. Around the left side, there's some blue ones, and up the staircase. That'll take you across a threshold in the center. Clear out the scorch with your electro hatchet here. And then we're going to go all the way up the stairs. Smooth sailing from this point here. When we reach the top, you're going to go to the back right corner by a radio set. There should be the bobblehead. Next up is old reliable Landview Lighthouse, just to the southwest. Head into the lighthouse, and from there, we're going to count some steps. Head up the first flight, no good. Head up the second flight, there should be an enemy here, typically a radroach. And it looks like it's dead here. Head up the third flight, and in the windowsill, you should see the bobblehead. We're staying put for the next one. Remaining at Landview Lighthouse, we're going to head to the house just to the west. Head on up the stairs, and you should see a bobblehead on the desk next to the Lighthouse Keeper's Terminal. The next one up might be a bit of a challenge. As you see here, I've placed a custom destination on the map just below the Turkey, to the west of Helvetia and to the east of Flatwoods. This spot is actually the end of an obstacle course, and as you can see here, there is a big center tower that we need to get to. Now you can go ahead and go through the obstacle course, it's rather difficult, but I'm going to immediately cheat. Take your running start and fly on up. From here, you should see the bobblehead over on the right side. There's also a cap stash.
Stop the cap!
Next up, we have Sutton, just to the east of our previous location. For this one, you're going to want to head up the left side of the building. Now for me, I have some kangaroo traits here, so I can jump on top of the building. But if you can't do that, then you can go ahead and find this door here off to the left side. Once you do that, gain access to the rooftops. You're going to hop over onto the top of this building. There are 3 barrels on top with an enamel bucket, and on the back side should be a bobblehead. As you can see here, it is directly west of the overseer's house. We're staying in Sutton for the next one. On the north side is a red rocket, and across from there is a blue building with a bright red door. There's an umbrella out front as well. Off to the right side, when you walk in the front door, is a staircase. Head on down, and then in the right corner behind a toolbox is a bobblehead. Next up, we have Arcos Pharma, the place where you do Project Nightmare, or Paradise. This one is a parkour run, so follow closely. Head into the northwestern door and take a hard right down the hallway across from the magazine stand. The first left leads into a bathroom, and the door on the other side of that room leads to another opening. Jump down, turn around, and take another door in the back right corner. Hop over the minecart, and the bobblehead sits to the right of this food chute. Next up, we have Greg's Mine Supply. This one is much easier if you've already been here and acquired the Greg's Mine Supply key, but for those who haven't, you can head around the back side and attempt to find a way of gaining access to the roof. For me, I have marsupial, so I was able to jump on that, jump on the building, and then jump all the way up to the top. Hop on down and take note of where the gnome is with his little cauldron there. We're going to take the door off to the left with a blue barrel in it. From here, you'll take the first door to the right of the blue barrel, hang a left through the door that leads to a staircase. At the top of the stairs, you'll see a TV and some couches. There's another door in the back left corner, and through there, the bobblehead sits next to the computer. Make sure you grab Greg's Mine Supply key as well. Next up, Horizon's Rest to the south. There are 2 bobblehead opportunities here, so I'm going to start with the easy one. On the north side, north-northeast, there is the major part of an airplane. If you head on up the staircase inside, you should be able to find a bobblehead between the pilot's chairs. The other bobblehead chance at Horizon's Rest is a little bit difficult to describe. The best advice I can give you is to head on up to the top. Once you get to the top cabin, there is a bobblehead next to a safe. Next up is Relay Tower HNB112. This one is as easy as it gets. You're just going to head in the front door, and there's a mainframe to the left that has a bobblehead sitting on its table here. Next up, we have Bolton Greens. You're going to want to head to the right side of the building and take the concrete staircase right there. There's a big gap in the wall where it's been destroyed. You're going to go through there, and then you're going to head to the employees section over by the jukebox. Take a right through the kitchen and into the golf receptionist area, and over on top of the cabinets should be a bobblehead. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me, and make sure you super sledge that like button.